Are the parties ready on Martinez with Gary Chirek?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, is this going to be contested?
No, it's going to be with explanation.
Sorry, what?
With explanations.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 7151, State of Texas versus, how do you pronounce your first name?
Ma'am,
All right, so they're spelling it different ways.
it's misspelled. But what's the C-U-A-H-U-T?
All right. All right, State of Texas versus Cuauhtemoc Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Gary Chirek for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Cuauhtemoc Martinez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
CR 7151 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on September 26, 2022 for a period of 3 years. Is that you?
That's correct, ma'am.
All right, state.
Megan Galley for the record and violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Cuauhtemoc Martinez, aka Cuauhtemoc Martinez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November 2022 and December 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
And we'll even abandon the remainders.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
I understand, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
That's true, but can I explain?
Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to explain, but my question is, knowing that I could sentence you up to 10 years in the prison,
Yes, ma'am, I'm aware.
do you still wish to plead true to violation of
Yes,
condition 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're requesting that you grant the state's motion, enter an adjudication of guilt against the defendant, revoke his community supervision, and sentence him to 6 years in the prison. And the reason that we're asking for that is because the defendant was last seen by the probation department in 2023 and has made no progress on his probation.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we would request that he be continued on probation in the mental health unit. I think this is a major slip up by probation. Talking to Mr. Martinez, he is a 24-year veteran of the military. He has traumatic brain injury and PTSD as a result of combat injuries. He has memory losses. What he told me basically is he called probation, showed up, and they told him his probation officer didn't work there anymore, that they would contact him. He says he never got contacted back. That I think he has trouble comprehending and maybe his memory has memory issues and other things that affects his decision making because of his traumatic brain injury.
Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, nothing at all.
No, Judge.
All right, there's something that you wanted to say to the court? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Cuauhtemoc Martinez.
All right, so this is what I want to tell you. Sometimes probation will make recommendations. Sometimes I follow them, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to read this to you because I want you to be able to address for me what's in this justification. It says the probationer last reported on May 10th, 2023, and absconded since. Little to no progress was made while supervised. While supervised, the probation did admit to the use of cocaine while on probation. The probationer reported cocaine was his drug of choice because he reported that works for me. A mental health evaluation was conducted on February 22nd of 2023. And it was recommended that probation have a psychological assessment completed with Center for Healthcare Services for DDRF consideration, followed by monitoring or supervision through the MIC Genesis placement. The probationer failed to complete further evaluations with Center for Healthcare Services on May 1st, 2023. So, explain, because it appears that you had appointments that they had set up for you and you didn't make them. Because they're saying they conducted an evaluation in February 2023. And then after that evaluation, they recommended more evaluations. And your next evaluation, let me see. Yes, they said that you failed to complete any other dates that they had for you for evaluations. So you had a date in May and you didn't show up. They say you last reported on May 10th.
Well, that's when he got the warrant, ma'am.
Okay.
And when I called about the warrant, Mr. Nettles, my probation officer goes, there's no need to contact me. There's a warrant for yourself.
Well, I mean, yes, when there's a warrant, there's no, because if you come to the office, they're going to.
No, I understand, but where I guess like my confusion is that's 5 months into my probation, May. And for them to say that I just stopped showing up.
But no, why didn't you report for any of your assessments? Like they scheduled it, you made the first one, then and after that, you just left. You didn't show up for anything.
If I recall, this is person I spoke with, it was through Zoom. And I told her that I do all I evaluate mental evaluations through Low Ridge and through the TRICARE system. I'm just confused right now. I don't know. Bottom line is.
Well, no, take a deep breath because I'm trying to figure out what to do with your case. And I will tell you, and the state will tell you, and the defense will tell you. State recommends what they want to recommend. The defense recommend what they want to recommend. That I'm not on anybody's team. I'm just here to get information and try to do the appropriate thing in your case. So I'm trying to figure out, and I want you to take a deep breath. Just relax, because I'm trying to figure out what happened and whether or not you should be revoked or continued. So what I'm reading is that you made some appointments and you didn't make others, even though when you left, they said, hey, this is your next appointment. This is the date. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't follow through. And that all happened before a warrant was issued.
It's just denials of my mental conditions on my part.
All right. Any questions?
Just briefly. Okay, Mr. Martinez, so even though you have an explanation for why you didn't report, you're not disputing that you have not reported to probation. Is that correct?
I don't even know what else to do.
Okay, well, you pled true that you didn't report to probation, correct?
That's correct. I did.
And so back when you were placed on probation, the address that you gave probation was 3423 Norman. Who lived at that residence?
That was my parents' home. It was given to me when they passed away.
Were you living there back in 2022?
Yes, and when I came to court, one of the conditions was because of my medical condition, Ms. Boyd had stated that they're supposed to contact me before they would show up. If I was there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. So and that's just the way. I didn't. The one time Mrs. Nettles mentioned that hey, they showed up and you weren't there. I was like, well, we'll have a little workshop in the back, where I weld stuff. But they're more than welcome to walk to the back. I even told her, like, the gate is dummy lock. But just to keep, for people just walking in, because I had a bunch of stuff that I
Okay.
work on. So
Okay.
I told them they're more than welcome to just walk to the back where I do my work. Where the
Okay.
shop.
And Ms. Cisneros, that was your probation officer?
She was our probation officer, but when I first went to the probation program, it was someone else. But when I called in the month of October, because I didn't receive a probation date, they were told the individual that was assigned to you doesn't work for the county anymore. So as soon as we appoint somebody to you, they will contact you and give you your first report date. The November passed, and I called and said, I'm still waiting. They're like, Mr. Martinez told you that when you get assigned, they will call you and give you a report date.
Okay.
And this didn't happen until January.
Okay. So I guess my question is the Norman G. Street address, have you lived there
Yeah.
since 2022 up until now?
Yes,
Okay, so,
up until now, yeah.
okay,
Right.
until you were placed in Bear County Jail.
Correct.
Okay, and so I guess you're aware that probation said that they sent a letter to that address, or you?
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, so you're saying you did not receive the letter from probation? Okay, but if they say that they sent a letter to that address, are you saying that's not true?
Well, I don't know, because it was my parents' home, and then my other siblings and stuff get mail there too, so, sometimes
Okay.
like they just show up and get mail, or I'll get the mail. It just depends of who got the mail at the time. I
Okay,
have no recollection of it.
so you're saying you just didn't receive the letter?
Correct.
Okay, and then are you aware that probation attempted to make contact with you at that address 4 times in 2023 before they issued a warrant for your arrest? Are you aware of that?
No,
Okay. And then regarding in 2023, when you did meet with your probation officer, at that time you admitted to using cocaine. Do you recall that?
well, that was one of the questions she had asked, yes.
Okay, and you were truthful with her and let her know.
Well, yes, correct.
Okay. And then you did have some other conditions of probation that you were supposed to comply with. So like one of them was that you could report in person or virtual. And so you did explain that you did prior to 2023 meet on Zoom. Is that what you said?
On Zoom?
Okay. But you also were supposed to take a parenting class. Did you ever do that?
At the time of the parenting classes, we had the option to either able to do it online or in person, but there's a waiting.
Okay.
There's a waiting list, and I explained that to Mrs. Hagen. There's a waiting list. The same thing for she had asked about the community service, and I was like, well, from what I was told, if I completed both classes, parenting and anger management, that they would waive the 100 hours community service.
Correct.
But I would explain to her, like, there's a waiting list. And every time I would explain something to her, she made it seem like she was an understanding, but her, with her demeanor, her facial expression, okay, Mr. Martinez.
Okay.
So it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, okay, it is.
So did you ever get on the waiting list for the parenting class?
Well, you would go online and you would submit, I guess, like a request or whatever.
Sorry. Okay. And then you also were supposed to do a stress education class. Are you saying it was the same thing?
That was the anger management.
That was the anger management? Okay, so you're saying that there was a wait for both
For
of them?
both classes at the time, because it was, they were just doing Zoom
Okay,
and they weren't doing classroom portion.
okay, but as you stand here today, you've not completed those classes. Is that correct?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No, I haven't.
thank you. We pass the witness.
Any further questions?
No further questions.
Probation and your recommendation?
So according to the court summary, the recommendation is to have them do a mental health evaluation to be completed in custody and follows all of the recommendations. I would like to note to the court that this case expired September 25th, 2025. So court is going to move forward with its duration of probation. He will need to be extended.
All right, just one moment. Deputy Laura, there's a young child in here. here's my problem, and I want you to know, my thoughts, right? I understand your mental health issue, and I'm taking in consideration that you're a veteran, and I honestly don't think the government does all they should for veterans. But nobody's seen you. And what I can tell you is the court granted you deferred adjudication. The state was silent on your application. But at the time, the state was recommending that your punishment be assessed at 2 years and that you be placed on community supervision for 2 years. So the fact that the state was recommending that tells me a little bit about the case. Even though I will tell you, if I read the facts of a case and the state hasn't proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt, then I would have found you not guilty. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. And the reason why is sort of everything has been tried. So this is what the court is going to do. And I'm taking everything that you said in consideration. I'm taking in the fact that it doesn't appear that you've committed any new offenses. You just have not completed anything or done anything. So the court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will grant the motion. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Ruby Rosario. And the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Counsel, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. We can go off the record. So here's the thing. When you're released from prison, if you can't find help with anything, just come back here and I'll pick up the phone and see what I can do. When you were placed on probation, I did limited conditions for you just to address the issues that you had and protect the community. That's why I was referring you to Center for Healthcare Services. And the reason for the parenting classes and not community service hours was because of children. And then I was allowing you to report by Zoom or in person, however you wanted it. And I know that during COVID and the pandemic and everything was shut down, that was one of the reasons why I had the field visits, because I wanted to make sure that if there's something you needed or if you were in crisis, they could address that. But I mean, they can't do it if they don't have any contact with you. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.